Wow, can you believe we're already on lesson 3? Today we're going to be talking about adding 3 different digit numbers, and we're going to start doing some regrouping. For the last couple of days, we've been practicing adding with expanded form. So we've taken standard form problems and we've broken them into smaller pieces that make it easier for us to add. Our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Now this is a great method to add 3-digit numbers, but there's actually a shortcut, and the shortcut is the standard form. So instead of writing it out expanded, we're going to keep them all together, but we're going to add each column just like we added each part. When you're adding 3-digit numbers, there's a couple of steps that you need to remember. Step number 1, you have to add the ones column first. And if you need to, regroup. Step 2, then you add the tens column and regroup if you need to. Step 3, add the hundreds column and regroup if needed. Now, don't forget to line up your columns. I shouldn't see anybody write a problem like this. 168 plus 58. Okay. Have you noticed what's wrong with this problem? I hope that you notice that the 8s are both 1s and they're not together in the same column. If I tried to add this problem together the way it is, I would think that this 8 was in the tens column and the 5 was in the hundreds column. Make sure when you're writing your problem that you line up the numbers that are supposed to be together. This 8 is supposed to be in the ones column, and my 5 is supposed to be in the tens column. Okay, let's try a problem together and use the steps we just learned. You will need your whiteboard. Write, and then we're going to write the problem on your whiteboard. Everybody, pause this movie and get out your whiteboards really quick. Okay, let's start. If you don't have your whiteboard, just follow along with us on the screen. I wrote the same problem 3 times, and each time I wrote it, I highlighted the column that we're going to add. In the first problem, you'll see that the ones column is red, and in the second one, you'll see that I wrote the same problem and we're going to add the tens column, and in the third problem, I highlighted the hundreds column and we're going to add that. So let's start with our ones column first. 6 plus 1 is 7. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is 2 plus 7. 2 plus 7 is 9. Now let's move to our third problem. We know that in the ones column it's 7. We've added the tens column, it's 9. Now let's do the hundreds column. 1 plus 1 is 2. That is my answer. All right, let's try this problem with regrouping. Let's start with the ones column. That is step number 1. So the ones column is this column right here. Let's concentrate on those numbers. I have 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. We know that we can't write 13 in the ones column because there is a 10 and a 3 in 13. So I'm going to erase the 1 because that is my 10 value, and I'm going to jump up to the top of the tens column and I'm going to write one group of 10. Now I can add the tens column. Here's my tens column. In my tens column, I now have 3 numbers. I have 1 and 1 and 6. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 6 more is 8. So let's write 8 in our tens column. Now let's move to our hundreds column. We have 4 and 1. Everybody, you're right, 5. You just did 3-digit addition with regrouping. Congratulations! If you follow these steps, you will be successful in adding 3-digit numbers and with regrouping. Let's try.